One of the matches of the day, but actually it's gonna be also between Barcelona against Olympiacos. That will be our last quarterfinal, starting at 8:30 p.m. Is the team list of Dubrovnik. The captain is of course Xavi Garcia, natural-born Spaniard who's been representing Jug for many years now. And also representing the Croatian national team since 2016. And here's the team list of Brescia, so the fresh Italian champions. And yes, we all know what does it mean to beat Recco 3 times in a couple of days' time. That's really something in this great sport. So, despite being a 4-time winner, I wouldn't say that Dubrovnik is the big favorite of this encounter. As many expect, it's around 50-50% regarding the chances. And we'll see in a couple of minutes' time. So, as I mentioned, they met for the last time in the 2018-2019 season, and they played for the place number 5 in Hanover 2 years ago in the final tournament. The two disappointed teams that time, and in the end it was Jug 13, Brescia 12 in that clash. Before that, in the 2017-2018 season, in the prelims they met twice. In Dubrovnik it was 10-7 for the Croats, but in Brescia the Italians managed to take revenge of that, 9-8 for them. There's the team talk. So Jug Dubrovnik will play in the white caps and Brescia in the blue ones. Xavi Garcia and Cristian Presciutti, the two captains for the team talks. Brescia has never managed to win the gold medal in the Champions League. Actually, their best performance is a 6th place 2 times back in 2017 in Budapest and also in 2019 in Hanover. In 2018 in Genoa, they finished 7th. So that's their 4th appearance in a row in the Champions League. He's Vyacheslav Kobeschak, head coach of Jug Dubrovnik, former Olympic silver medalist, who's been the head coach of the Croats since 2015. And they also clinched the Champions League title back in 2016 in front of a home crowd in Dubrovnik. And Alessandro Bovo, the head coach of Brescia, is also ready for this great encounter. And there's the first swim-off in the 3rd quarterfinal here, the Champions League final tournament. And Jug Dubrovnik has the first possession. They won the first sprint. That's a free throw for the Croats. The first go to the Greek referee, Georgios Stavridis, the short side, and the Dutch referee, Michel Zwart, in the far side. And there's another pass, and goal number 1. So 28 seconds into this game, and Jug Dubrovnik takes the lead. Loren Fatovic, the first goal scorer of this quarterfinal. And it's already goal number 22, one of the top scorers of the prelims. Loren Fatovic, son of Elvis Fatovic, who announced recently that he won't be the head coach of the Australian men's team anymore. That's a free throw for Brescia. They're looking for an equalizer. Nadolce gives the ball back. 8 seconds on the shot clock. And the shot from distance, they only managed to hit the post. Vincenzo Dolce with this attempt. Merkulov, the Russian international. Still Merkulov. Now 10 seconds on the shot clock. Javi Garcia. Now gets the call and almost going to be two, but in the end it's the crossbar which saves Brescia. So it remains 1-0 for Jug. And they are still looking for their first goal. Alessiani, and that's exclusion number 1. So 6 on 5 for Brescia. Luka Lonchar is out for 20 seconds. Not a chance for Brescia to make the equalizer. And they do that. An excellent finish. So Jacopo Alessiani makes it 1-1 between Jug and Brescia. 8th goal of the tournament for Alessiani. Eurocup winner with Savona back in 2012. Also former Reco and sport management player. So 1 goal apiece. Just to remind you, in case of a draw after 4 quarters, the match has to be still decided and it goes to the penalty shootout. So we'll definitely have a winner after every match. Krisic. Javi Garcia. Krisic. And the backhand shot. Not too many so far in this tournament in the final 8 today, but now Alex Ober, the American of Jug Dubrovnik, made this effort. Canella. That's another free throw. And exclusion number 2 from Jug Dubrovnik. That's a great block by the Croats. Greek international of Jug, Papanastasiou, is out for 20 seconds. Now only 8 seconds for this power play for Brescia. And that's a great save. Toni Popadic performing that. Save number 1 for the Croatian goalkeeper. Papanastasiou. Garcia. And the first exclusion in the Brescia side. So it's number 9, Jacopo Alessiani, the Brescia goal scorer, who is out for 20 seconds. And then let's see how the Croats can do in this situation. Krisic. Garcia. Krisic. Now only 6 seconds on the shot clock. One more pass and they hit the post. So it's still 1-1. Alex Obert in the latest attempt. Here's Sandro Bovo, head coach of Brescia. There's the foul. The Croats already thought they had the possession. After a couple of moments, the Dutch referee still blew his whistle. And shot from distance, and that's going to be for Brescia. They turn the score. Excellent goal by Giacomo Canella. He was signed from the team of Lazio in 2019. 24 years of age. That's a really cool finish by the Brescia number 8. So now the Italians have the lead. The midpoint of the first quarter. Papanastasiou. That's an exclusion from the Italian side. So now 6 on 5 for Juk Dubrovnik. Obradovic and the block shot. Another missed chance for the Croats. So now for the first time, Italians even have the chance to take a 2-goal lead. Marco Del Lungo with the long pass to Nicolo Gitto. That's a free throw for Brescia. Cristian Presciutti, his brother, of course, member of the other Italian participant of the Final 8, Prodeco. They used to play many years together here in Brescia, and now the turnover and the equalizer. So Loran Fatovic with goal number 2. He scored both goals of Juk Dubrovnik, and he makes it 2-all. We expected a great match between two very good teams, and the turnover goal for Juk Dubrovnik. Jakoslav Kovacic is, of course, happy with that. 3 minutes and 8 seconds remaining on the clock in the first quarter. Canella. Here's the call. That's another free throw. 15 seconds still on the shot clock, so they do have time. And that's a great tackle. 2 goals apiece. Now Papanastasiou has the possession of the ball. Benic. And a great save by Del Lungo. Save number 2 by Marco Del Lungo, first choice goalkeeper of Brescia. Once again, it was Loran Fatovic who tried to beat the Italian goalkeeper. This time he was failed. Still 8 seconds on the shot clock, or only 8 seconds, I should say. And an exclusion from Juk Dubrovnik. First personal foul of Benic. Another 6 on 5 for the third time for Brescia, and this time they score. Cool finish by the Brescia number 3, the captain, Cristian Presciutti. Was member of the 2011 world champion team of Italy in Shanghai. Was an Olympic silver medalist and bronze medalist the last 2 editions of the Olympic Games. And also former Recco player. So once again Brescia takes the lead, 3-2 for the Italians. Nerkulov, Obradovic. And it's another exclusion, but this time from Brescia. So now an excellent advantage for Jug. Nicolo Gitto is out. Obradovic. Merkulov. One more pass. And the battle saved by Del Lungo. No improving performance by the Italian goalkeeper. And now they are pushing forward to double their lead. A little more than 1 minute remaining on the clock. It's Giacomo Cannella with the ball. And the lucky save by Toni Popadic with the help of the right post. But it remains 3-2 for Brescia. So Jug still has the chance to make an equalizer even before the end of the first quarter. Juvela. Garcia. And an attempt by Paolo Obradovic, saved by Del Lungo, so save number 4 already by the goalkeeper. Now we are heading for the last 20 seconds of the first period. Cannella. Free throw, 9 seconds on the clock. And the lob shot goes wide. And now the clock runs down. So Jug managed to take the lead with the goal of Loren Fatovic, and then Brescia turned the score. They have a 1-goal lead after the first quarter, and it's a very interesting encounter. Here's Mr. Alexander Shosta, actually kind of a host of this tournament, the former great player. And here's the first quarter statistics. Only 22% shot efficiency by Jug. 9 attempts and 2 goals by the Croats. 37% regarding Brescia, 8 attempts and 3 goals. And Jug has been struggling in the power play situations. So Brescia managed to clinch the Italian championship title after 18 years. They won their first title back in 2003. And this year it was goal number 2 for them in the Serie A1. They are also 4-time winners of the LEN Euro Cup, so one of the specialists of that series, 2002, 2003, 2006 and 2016. They've never clinched a medal in the Champions League, but they have a realistic chance to do that. They've never played in the semi-final either, so they can write history today. But it's only a 1-goal margin between these two very good teams here in Belgrade. Rodeco and title holder Ferencváros are already in tomorrow's semi-final, and we'll have another and last quarter-final today between Barceloneta, the 2014 winner, and the 2-time winner Olympiacos. That match starts at 8:30 p.m. And now the second swim off. And it's on by Jug, but look like Jacob Alessiani reached the ball first. Still, the Croats have the first possession. Merkulov. Still the Russian. Now Fatovic, back to Merkulov. Beric. Free throw. And one more free throw for Dubrovnik, and they score. And Loren Fatovic has had a brilliant match so far. This is goal number 3 by the Croatian number 3. Actually, after 6 attempts. All 3 goals coming from Fatovic in the Dubrovnik side. Fantastic shots. So 3 goals apiece. Dolce. Vlachopoulos. 10 seconds left on shot clock, and the Italians only managed to hit the right post. 1 minute into the second quarter, and a chance for Dubrovnik to take the lead, which they had at 1-0. Krisic. No call. Pass to the center forward, and a great save by Toni Popadic. It remains 3-all. Lazic is in the center forward position, and it was a save number 3 by Toni Popadic. Merkulov, Krisic. Krisic shoots wide. And it's even an exclusion from the Croatian side. And it's actually Filip Krisic, who is out for 20 seconds. And a great block by the captain, Xavi Garcia. So the Italians are still goalless in this period. Merkulov. Merkulov loses the ball. He's attacked by 2 players of Brescia, and now a chance for a turnover goal for the Italians. And there it is. They regain the lead. Brescia 4, Juk 3 in the third quarter final. And the goal scorer is once again Jacopo Alessiani, his second one. Really good finish by Alessiani. He's the only Brescia player who's managed to score more than once in this match. Beric. Obradovic. And the goal doesn't count. It's going to be an exclusion from Brescia. So number 11, Alessandro Bazzarini, is out. At 6:05 for Juk Dubrovnik. Obradovic. That's a small mistake by the Croats. There's another one. Now it's 6-on-6 already, and another bad pass. Missed chance for Juk Dubrovnik. Dolce. And still Dolce. Gets it back from Nenzuto. And Popadic performing the save. 4 saves by both goalkeepers, Toni Popadic and Marco Del Lungo. And that's another exclusion from Brescia. So Hugh has the extra man advantage, which as the Dolce is out for 20 seconds. It is the first major foul. Papanastasiou and the block shot. Couple of missed chances for Hugh. One goal apiece in the second quarter. 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Angelos Vlachopoulos is pushing forward with the ball. Rezzuto. And the ball is in the net. That's a strange goal. And for the first time, the Italians have a 2-goal lead. So somehow, Dimitrios Nikolaidis managed to find the back of the net in goal number 9 in the tournament. And no wonder, Jakoslav Kovacic calls for timeout. That was a pretty lucky one, actually. Mr. Kovacic, who was a member of the Olympic silver medalist team of Croatia in 1996 in Atlanta, 2-time European silver medalist as well. And he replaced Miho Bobic at the youth bench in the year of 2015, and a year later they won the Champions League title in Dubrovnik. Here's George Stavridis, Greek referee. So 2-goal advantage for Brescia, and the Croats need to improve. Merkulov, Benic, Merkulov, Benic, Garcia, and Merkulov. Well, he hasn't played well so far, but this time that's a cracker by the Russian. And he makes it 4-5 from the view of Dubrovnik. The man who came from Jadran Herceg-Novi in 2018. One of the key members of the Russian national team, which was pretty close to qualifying for the Olympic tournament. Rezzuto. That's a free throw. Graziani, Canella is the crossbar, and the Italians have the ball after the rebound. So another 20 seconds for them, and it's even an exclusion foul. No exclusions, so it's still 6-on-6. Canella. 5 seconds now on the shot clock. And the shot goes over the crossbar. Popadic. He finds Javier Xavi Garcia. Exclusion from Brescia. First measure of Canella, and the ball is in the net. The 2 goals in a row by the Croats. Great response by them after the timeout call, and Hrvoje Benic scores his 11th goal of the tournament. Great pass by Garcia, and no chance at all for Marco Del Lungo. Del Lungo was, of course, a member of the 2019 World Champion team of Italy, the Sette Bello. Exclusion, this time from Jug. Daniel Merkulov is out for 20 seconds. 6-on-5 for Brescia. And at 6-on-4 now, another exclusion. Goran Fatovic is also out. But they missed this chance. Not a big mistake by the Italians. It was 6-on-4, and despite that, they didn't manage to score. Jubera, Krzic, Obradovic. Inside the last minute of the second quarter, and block shot. So as expected, it's a really tight match. Two hard-fighting teams. Jokovic. So the Croatian international of Brescia against his compatriots in the water now. And the goal, an action goal actually by the Italians. And they regain the lead due to the goal of Angelos Vlahopoulos. 6-5 for Brescia. The man who came from Eger, so he played in Hungary for 3 seasons before joining Brescia last summer. Excellent shot. Also played in Vujameni, Olympiacos and Posillipo as well in his career. So Brescia 6, Jug 5, and still 20 seconds to go before half-time. Krzic, Benic. Krzic. And the Italians steal the ball. Vlahopoulos. And that's the end of quarter number 2. So once again, Brescia has managed to score 3 times, just like in the first quarter. The difference is that Jug only scored 5 times in the first 2 periods. So a 1-goal margin between the teams at half-time. So let's check the half-time statistics. Both teams are standing on 33% in the shot efficiency. 5 goals out of 15 attempts for Jug, 6 goals out of 18 attempts for Brescia. 1 fast break goal apiece. And not the best power plays by any of the teams. Of course, the 4-time winner of the Champions League. They won their first title in 1981. They beat Spandau in the final by 6 goals to 4. Then 20 years later, in the year of 2001, they beat Olympiacos in the final, 8 goals to 7. In 2006, they beat Recco, 9 goals to 7. And their last title came in 2016, when they beat Olympiacos on the Margaret Island in Budapest. The first 3 titles came in front of a home crowd, so all of them, all 3 in Dubrovnik. And they were finalists for the last time in the year of 2017, also in Budapest, in the then brand new Luna Arena, when they lost against Szolnok in the all-decisive match. Well, that would be, of course, a big disappointment for the Croats not to go to the semi-final for the second time in a row. Two years ago in Hanover, they only played for the 5th place, actually against Brescia. And despite clinching that 5th place, they were really disappointed about that performance. But we know that a couple of key players departed last summer from UG Dubrovnik, and only Alex Obert came from Idriakos. Marco Mazzan, Luca Lozina, among others, left the club. Actually, most of the key players remained here in Dubrovnik. I mean, not here, but the Croatian side. That's swim off number 3, and it's won this time by Brescia. They have a 1-goal lead, and now they have the first possession. Pass to the center forward, and that's goal number 7 for Brescia. Vincenzo Renzuto Jodice on the score sheet for the first time today. Also 2019 world champion with the Sette Bello. Former player of Posillipo, Recco and UG as well, so another player who is playing against his former team. Represented UG in the 2017-2018 season. And Benic scores another action goal, and he makes it 6-7 from the view of the Croats. Once again, only a 1-goal margin. A dozen goals by Hrvoje Benic in the tournament. Two attempts and 2 goals by Benic in this quarterfinal. 7-6. No foul this time on the center forward. Well, Renzuto is protesting, but despite that, now the Croats have the possession, and Hrvoje Benic is pushing forward. Renzuto is left behind. Still Benic. Garcia. Exclusion, and the goal doesn't count. But the Croats are a man up. Vincenzo Dolce is out. He's the first player who has 2 personal fouls to his names, but actually the Croats immediately lost the ball. Jokovic. Mazic. 6 seconds on the shot clock. And an easy save by Toni Popadic. Popadic now on 41.7% regarding the save efficiency. 5 saves out of 12 attempts at his goal. Beric. This time he's denied by Marco Del Lungo. Rizzuto. Alessiani. Rizzuto. And saved by Popadic once again, save number 6. Well, Vyacheslav Kovacek exactly knows how important this match is for his team after losing 3 finals this season. Dubrovnik desperately needs big success here in the Champions League to save their season. Popadic. But the ball has touched the ropes, so it's going to be corner throw. Exclusion from Hug. Marco Juvela, his first personal foul. 7 different players in the Dubrovnik side with 1 major foul. And Popadic, save number 8 already. So now he's above 50% in the save efficiency. Merkulov. Surprise shot, easily saved by Del Lungo. Half a dozen saves by the Italian goalkeeper. Jokovic. Plenty of missed chances in the last couple of minutes by both sides. And we are almost halfway through the 3rd quarter. It's going to be more and more interesting, and the fast break chance for Juk Dubrovnik. And they don't manage to score. Loran Fatovic is denied by Marco Del Lungo. Could have been goal number 4 for Fatovic. Great pass for him, and excellent save by Del Lungo. The save of the match so far. And there's Del Lungo once again in the action. He steals the ball. Great goalkeeping performances on both sides. Canella. Jokovic. Saved by Popadic. Another chance for Juk to make an equalizer in the 3rd quarter. 1 goal apiece in this period. And timeout call. And once again, it's Vyacheslav Kovacek who calls for this. So he won't have any more chances to call for the timeout. 7-time national champion, Dubrovnik, including, of course, the Yugoslavian era. But as I mentioned, this season they lost the final against Mlado Zagreb, as well as the Croatian Cup final to Mladost. 16-time National Cup winner, 4-time LAN Champions League winners, and 2-time LAN Super Cup winners. Now they are trailing by 1 goal to Brescia. A little more than 3 minutes on the clock in the third quarter. Benic. Krzic. And they hit the post. Still 7-6. Not too many goals in this third quarter. 5 goals in the first one, 6 in the second one, and only 2 so far in this period. Jokovic, another former youth player. Two-time Champions League winner. Still 7-6. Papanastasiou. Javi Garcia. So that's an exclusion from Brescia. Nicolo Gito is out for the second time. He and the Dolce both have 2 personal fouls to their names. Benic, 5 seconds on the shot clock, and that's the equalizer. A pretty lucky one. Marco Del Lungo almost managed to save that, but in the end it's Juk 7, Brescia 7. Goal number 3 for Hrvoje Benic. Katovic and Benic scored 3 times respectively. So 6 goals out of the 7 came from these 2 players in the Dubrovnik side. Jokovic. Vlachopoulos. Jokovic. 7 seconds on the shot clock. There's the exclusion. Hrvoje Benic is out for 20 seconds. Vlachopoulos. Alessiani. Vlachopoulos, and he scores. Once again, Brescia has the lead, 8-7 for the Italians. It's only a 40% shot efficiency by Angelos Vlachopoulos, but still he scored 2 vital goals. Slight touch by Toni Popadic, but in the end he didn't manage to save that. That was the third goal in the power play by the Italians. And we are inside the last minute of the third quarter. And once again, 6-5 for Juk Dubrovnik. And Nicolo Gito is out of this game. It's his final exclusion. Obradovic. And there's the equalizer once again. Javi Garcia makes it 8-all. 37 seconds to go in the third period. Garcia, who represented the Spanish national team until 2013, but then changed to Croatia and represented the Croatian team at the Rio Olympics. That's an exclusion from Dubrovnik. Fatovic has 2 personal fouls to his name. Vlahopoulos. And they score once again. 9-8 for Brescia. Great finish by Vincenzo Renzuto Jodice. Goal number 2 for the former Juke player. Croatian champion and Croatian Cup winner as well in the 2017-2018 season in Dubrovnik. So 9-8 after the third quarter for Brescia. Also mentally, this goal could be crucial for the Italians, but it's still tight. And don't forget, in case of a draw, after regular time, the match goes to a penalty shootout. So the first quarter final, but first let's check the third quarter statistics. Very similar shot efficiency, 36%, a slight better for Juke, 33% for Brescia, but they still have the lead. 3 power play goals by each team. So in the first quarter final it was Recco 16, Vasco Hanover 9, comfortable victory for the record title winners, Recco. And the title holder Ferencváros also went through to the semi-final by ease, winning the encounter against Marseille by 14 goals to 6. And we have the last quarter-final, of course, here, starting at 8:30 p.m. between Barceloneta and Olympiacos. Well, the winner of this match will play against Ferencváros. And the winner of the last quarter-final will play against Recco in tomorrow's semi-final. And the teams which lose today will play for the places 5th to 8th. Four matches every day here in Novi Beograd, in the Sports Center, April 11th, in the Serbian capital. On Friday and Saturday at the same starting times, 1 p.m. the first match, 3:30 p.m. the second one, 8 p.m. the third one, and 8:30 in the evening the last one. The big final of the final tournament will be played here on a Saturday, starting at 8:30 p.m. But until then, we have plenty of action to offer for you. There's the last swim off. And it's Brescia who has the possession. The first possession in the last quarter. And they have a 1-goal lead. Djokovic. fantastic goal. Well, Georgia Lazic makes it 10-8 for Brescia. Well, the goal of the day so far. Excellent finish by the center forward. No chance at all for Toni Popadic. Lazic came from the Hungarian team Szolnok last summer, former Partizan player. Benic. Merkulov, Benic, and what a save by Del Lungo. So it remains 10-8. Well, they already had a 2-goal lead previously at 5-3, but now they have the chance to take a 3-goal lead for the first time. Alessiani. It remains 10-8. Ayuk still has time to turn the score, or at least take this match to the penalty shootout, but they need to improve. Merkulov, Papanastasiou, and almost a steal by the Italians. Benic, Merkulov, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Garcia, pass is too long and they lose a couple of seconds now, and they are running out of time. Canella. One single goal so far in the last quarter. Scored by Georgia Lazic, that great backhand shot. So Juk is still goalless in the last period. Benic. Papanastasiou gets the call and loses the cap. Merkulov. Great block. Papanastasiou has the ball after the rebound. Another 20 seconds for Juk. But they need to score now. Benic loses the ball. Well, Juk has been struggling in the offensive play for a while now, and chance for a fast break goal for Brescia. But there's a tackle by Papanastasiou. And there's a red card. So Nicola Gitto is out of the game, and that's a 6-on-5 situation for Juk Dubrovnik, and they must go from this. They do that. They are back in this game, and Loran Fatovic makes it 9-10 from the view of the Croats. Actually, it was Vincenzo Rangiuto Giudice who was shown the red card. Gitto was ejected a couple of minutes earlier, so 2 ejected players from Brescia. And they have 1-goal lead, 4 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Djokovic. And there's the response by the Italians. A shot from tight angle. And another red card for someone. And the Italian bench. So 11-9 for Brescia. And I'm afraid it's Edwin Calderera, the assistant coach of Alessandro Bovo, who was shown the red card. Really tense match between Juve and Brescia, as expected. Beric. Merkulov. Merkulov. Paparasasiu. A great goal. And once again, Olio Vango emerging. With less than 4 minutes left on the clock. First goal by the young Greek. Came from the team of Glifada, the year of 2018. The junior championship gold medalist in 2017 with the Greeks. And they actually beat the Croatian team here in Belgrade in the final. Djokovic. Rocha. Exclusion from Dubrovnik, but a chance for Brescia. They can regain the 2-goal lead. Vlachopoulos. Djokovic. And Jug survives this time, and now the chance to make an equalizer. Couldn't be tighter than that. A little more than 3 minutes left on the clock. And it's even an exclusion from Brescia. Beric is the number 8. Giacomo Canella, who is out. Beric, Garcia. Beric. And De Lungo makes the save. But they still have the possession of the ball. Xavi Garcia and the block shot. There's the rebound. And De Lungo. Amazing save once again by the goalkeeper. 3 missed chances in a row by the Croats. But they have the corner throw. It's 6-on-6 already, of course. And De Lungo has the ball. Vlachopoulos. 2 goals apiece in the last quarter. Now the Croats have the possession, and we are heading for the last 2 minutes of the game. Paparasasiu. Garcia. Benic. Paparasasiu. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Merkulov. Doesn't get the call. No free throw. Alessiani. Djokovic. And that's an exclusion. And a timeout called by Alessandro Bovo. former legendary player, of course, Bovo, who represented Italy at 2 consecutive Summer Olympics, winning the gold medal, of course, in 1992 in Barcelona, and then the bronze medal in 1996 in Atlanta. He also won the World Championship title with the Certabello in 1994 and 2 European Championship titles with that golden team of Italy in the 90s. Also won World Cup title in 1993. So what a chance for Brescia to make a huge step towards the semi-final. They have a 1-goal lead. They have now the extra man advantage. Xavi Garcia is out from Dubrovnik for 20 seconds. And Italy score. They do that. Giacomo Cannella. 7 attempts and only 2 goals, but that's a very important one by Giacomo Cannella. Brescia 12, Juke 10, and it's a very difficult situation now for the Croats. They need to score as soon as possible. Fatovic, Benic, and we are inside the last minute of the match. Fatovic, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Benic manages to keep the ball, but they are running out of time. A block shot. Another 20 seconds for Dubrovnik. Obradovic, Benic. And Delungo makes the save, and that's all over now for Dubrovnik. The 4-time winners won't go to the semi-final. And for the first time in the Land Champions League history, Brescia is going to make it. The players are already discussing how the match, and it's still 1.6 seconds on the clock. And that's the end of quarterfinal number 3. Brescia, for the first time in their history, goes through to the semi-final in the Champions League, and they will play against Ferencváros in tomorrow's semi-final. And Duke will play only for places 5th to 8th. They will meet Marseille tomorrow. Jaroslav Kovacic congratulates to Alessandro Bovo. Great match once again from Brescia. They clinched the Italian national championship title, and now they have a realistic chance to win at least a medal here in the Champions League. And don't forget, they managed to beat Ferencváros twice in the prelims, so that's going to be really tough for the Hungarians. Great match today, and that's going to be a great match tomorrow as well, that's for sure. Well, let's check the final.